But first at 6, starting January 1st, Missouri's minimum wage is increasing 30 cents.
And with prices continuing to rise on everything from food to housing, for some it couldn't come soon enough.
I see it all the time, like just everybody working 2 and 3 jobs just to make it by. I mean, even myself, I've thought about getting another job like overnight or something because it's hard.
Missouri is one of 22 states increasing wages in the new year. Meanwhile, Kansas still lags far behind.
Tonight, KSHB 41's Rachel Henderson is amplifying the voices of a business owner and a group connecting people to employment opportunities ahead of the increase.
As the minimum wage in Missouri goes from $12 to $12.30 in the next year, employers and business owners are thinking about what it means to pay their employees a wage they can sustain themselves off of.
When Khadijah Khalifa runs her business, she likes to take a hands-on approach.
It's almost like a I need you, you need me type of relationship with like all of my employees and coworkers. I really like to call them my coworkers.
She's got 8 employees total, which means 8 separate lives outside of work.
They have children, they have houses, they have cars.
All things Casey's Full Employment Council says are important to consider when discussing wages.
People know it's more than just a black and white proposition of dollars and cents. It's more of a whole system of how can we do that.
He says Kansas City has set a precedent for paying above minimum wage for a reason.
When you look at minimum wage, it's always the floor. It's never the ceiling, and it's where you start, but the market drives the rest.
Now we're having to pay people 15, 17.
1, 2, 3.
And with the state's wage mandate, she doesn't even get the final say.
We don't even have an option to like, oh, we're gonna pay you way more than minimum wage. Now we're only gonna be able to pay you like $1, maybe more.
In a perfect world, she'd up the wages and not her prices.
If I could afford to pay them $20 and $30 an hour, I really would. And I tell them this all the time.
But it's their response that lets her know she's not in this alone.
Instead, they're like, whatever you give me, I'm going to come in because I need that.
Rachel Henderson, KSHB 41 News.
Rachel, thanks. Well, this latest minimum wage increase in Missouri further widens the gap with Kansas. Right now, the minimum wage in Kansas is $7.25 an hour. It's been that way since 2008. Now, Senate Bill 70 was introduced in January last year that would have increased the minimum wage gradually until it reached $16 an hour in 2027. But the bill never made it out of committee.